Welcome back to Mycreativechroniclife, and today we are back with the setup for my health planner for 2025. I have been anxiously waiting to set this up. I've been waiting for the advent calendars to finish and for a few other bits and pieces to come, and I think pretty much I've got everything that I'd like to make a start with for sure. So I thought I would just run through. I know I did a little bit of a haul with the planners, but I don't think I've showed you exactly what my idea is behind this. So first off, we'll start off with that, and then I will go ahead and show you some of the items that I'll be using in this system. So this is the A5 Roseylifeplanner, and it's a 6-month planner, and I've picked up both, so the first 6 months and then the latter 6 months. This is a Roseylifeplanner cover. It's got these beautiful bows and pink hearts on there. The cover in itself is pink. This is a clear cover, and then inside the cover actually comes with little pockets, and all I've done is I've just filled in like with the little pink elements. I'm not too worried about this currently. I think it looks cute. I like how it looks. I'm just going to leave it as is. If I just remove these, so I'm just going to leave it like that. I was thinking about cutting this down just so it could fit in there, but then I thought, what if I want to change it out? So I've just left it like this for now. We may decide to go ahead and change this later, but for right now I'm just going to keep it as is because I think it's really pretty. And then of course it starts off with the 2025 part 1 January to June Roseylifeplanner A5, and then you've got obviously the yearly calendar here. I like the fact that it's just one calendar and not like 3, 4, not last year's, not this year's, not the next, you know, just the one calendar, and we're pretty much done. So that's going to be pretty nice to decorate. And then we've got 2 entire blank pages, and then we've got this almost like a tracker system. Is that what it's called? No, a year at a glance system, but there's obviously just 2 sections here. And then it starts off, this is very similar to the Hobonichi, where it's got this section set up, and then you've got January to June, and you've got like the little trackers with the boxes, and another little extra tracker here. So you've got 3, and then a long one here, a blank page, and then you've got your first quarter, so January, February, March, and then you've got your monthly calendar, February, March, and then it goes into your second quarter, so April, May, June, and then it goes into your daily sections. So your daily sections where you've got like a time here, a little weekly section with the calendar, and then this starts on Monday the 30th of December, and it continues on for the first 6 months. No breaks in between. And then as the last, obviously first 6 months comes to an end, it then has a blank page, and you go straight in to the 1st of January, and you get an entire page per day. So obviously the Hobonichis usually have like a little time block system, a line down the middle and some writing at the bottom. This doesn't, so this is just completely plain, and then it continues on for the remainder 6 months, and you do get a couple of blank pages at the end, which is quite a lot, so you can fit that at the end. And then here at the back I've just this came with a sticker. It says, first I drink coffee, then I work. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick this in yet. I'll decide on what we'll do with this back part. So that's that section there. So we'll go back to the beginning. So my intention is to, of course, use this as a daily planner as such, but at the same time I'm not sure, because I've got a catch-all planner, which is my Hobonichi cousin. I have a savings planner, which is my Hobonichi weeks, and then this planner is my health planner. So what I mean by health planner is where I track my mood, medications, hospital appointments, you know, period tracker, all the things that I would like to track for 2025. I had a similar one last year, did a B6 or Estelle. I'll link that up now for you, so that you can watch that, or I'll put the description, I'll put a playlist down for you to watch. And I absolutely loved it, but the difference I found was I wasn't gravitating it towards it every single time, because I found it difficult because it was completely blank, whereas this has got, you know, the weekdays that I had to kind of make up myself. So I wanted to do this so that I set it up each month every single time. Sometimes even I set up 3 months in advance, so it'd be much easier for me to do. So the monthly sections, again, are just going to be able to track anything related to health. So it could be hospital appointments, regular checkups, you know, diabetes, when I collect my medication. It will be probably mostly things to do with, you know, my period, if I, you know, have to be booked into a hospital, you know, all them type of things. That's going to be really focused on that. You know, if I have any apps relating to my health, I'll pop that down. If I have anything else that you can quite possibly think about that has got to do with health, I'll be tracking that in my monthly section. You won't see this in my normal planner. I mean, I might put in that I have an appointment just so I can keep it cohesive, but this is where we'll have most of the information. And then on the daily sections, I was thinking maybe I could track in terms of time blocking what I'm doing. So what time I get up, if I'm doing anything related to health. Now, of course, that might seem repetitive because I've got the exact same style in my Hobonichi cousin, but at the same time, I feel like I'm going to use this to time block, to almost remind myself, look, you've had 20 minutes of quiet time, you've listened to an audiobook. I want it to be where I'm really focused around health, mental health, that type of thing. If on days I don't want to do anything, I can just do a little journaling, add some pictures, you know, print some pictures out, things like that, add some stickers. So yeah, that's what I thought I would do in this section. And then for the dailies, because of course it's a lot to be able to want to track something every single day. So what I decided was, so this is 1 page, 2 page, what I want to do is set up like a monthly section. So at the beginning of the month, I'll set up the things that I want to track for the entire month. So I could have water for the entire month. If I wanted, I could either do it like that or do it as a week. So at the beginning of the week, I do water, mood, medication for the week, and then I can have a little section for coffee. I can write down the calories I'm having and the carbohydrates, and then maybe on the next page I could turn over and have you know, mood tracker, what I've read, what I've done in terms of quiet time. And then let's say, well, I only need 4 pages at the beginning of the week. Then for the remainder of the week, I can either, depending on how many pages I have left, I can split it between 2, either have half or quarters, and have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I can then write a little journal section inside of each, every day, every other day, you know, once a week depending. And that of course then will mean I can make it very versatile to me, because each week or each month, depending, maybe the first couple of pages I can track monthly, and then I can get into the week. I'm not too fussed because it's a teeny tiny small bit here where you've got the you know, it says the 5th, the Sunday, January. You can cover that up with the stickers and washi tape. So again, I'm not really too worried about that, about covering it up, because I like, this is why I picked this planner, because it's completely blank, whereas the Hobonichi has this here and it's very structured, which is why I'm keeping that as a catch-all planner. So this is going to be my health planner for 2025. So that's the intention, and of course I'll share that with you as we get stuck into the weeks and get stuck in. But for now, we're just going to set up the front of it. So I'll start off with the different types of paper that I've got. So I've got a mixture of vellum and acetate. This is from last year's advent calendar from Josephinebowdesigns. These are all Josephinebowdesigns. I picked these two up. Now I've got a destash haul for you which you'll be able to see, and these three are from the advent. And like I said, I'm going with like a pink purple theme for this health planner. I want it to be somewhere that I'm always gravitating towards, and the fact that it's colourful should automatically kind of make me feel like I'm in a happier, better mood. I'm going to use all the colours that I wouldn't usually use, and like I said, I'm normally afraid of colour. I actually decorated my Hobonichi with lots of pinks, and I wish now I'd kept it for this and just kept that neutral, but it's just one page at the front, which I'm fine with, and that's got a few like purple bits in there, and that's okay. But I want this to be a mixture of pink, purples, and the advent calendar, I had no idea it was going to be purple, by the way, and the advent calendar has lots of pinks and purples in there. So that's the acetate and vellum, and then I've got this card stock here that I'll be able to use, which again you can see very colourful. And then we've got some of our, what are they called, tabs. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use them, but then I decided that I am, because just to make it a little bit easier, and also it looks pretty. We've got this washi. We've also got some 2025 script, whatever you call it, can't think of the word now. That's from Josephinebowdesigns. These are pretty much what I'm going to show you is from Josephinebowdesigns. I wasn't sure if I wanted to possibly use these tabs, which are holographic, so we'll see as we get on. And then we've got, it's upside down, hang on, some date dots if we set up January, monthly scripts. These are all from what I've just shown you. Them three items I've picked up, you can pick up in the shop, and then here now what I'm showing you is all from the advent calendar this year, 2025, goals and dreams. And we've got another 2025 this planner belongs to. This was a leftover that I picked up and decorated with my Hobonichi, so I'm not sure if they're going to fit, but if not, I can always use them as trackers. We've got this from Josephinebow Advent. We've got this one too, and then we've got some different types of overlays, underlays are they called, and these are from this year's advent, last year's advent. And then picked up these in a D-stash, which is a 1 line a day, and then these pretty pink bows. And then I also have some washi and this one, so this is a set. And then we've also got this one, which is from the advent, and then this one again, which is from the advent. And I think there's one more, but I'm not quite sure. Just trying to have a look. Yeah, I think that's it for washi. So yeah, that is everything that I will be using to set up this planner. Majority of it pretty much is Josephinebowdesigns. These are some cardstock. Again, I'm not quite sure, but I know you won't be able to pick this up because it's been a couple of years since I've picked it up. So that's going to be everything. I'm not sure if this is going to have to go in parts, only because I think it's just going to take me a while to kind of get through, and I'm already struggling as it is in terms of, you know, pain in my arm. So I wanted to share this, and then maybe just share if I add the tabs, and then see if we set up something at the beginning, and then maybe that'll be part 1, and then I can come back because I'll have a bit of more time to rest and recuperate, and then I'll come back for part 2. I'll try not to make it a part 3, but if I do, then I'll add in January's setup together, and then we can do that together. But my plan is to be able to set everything up at the beginning of January. I mean, we've only got like a week out, so fingers crossed I can get it all done before that point. If not, it might just be a few days late. But I've been having lots of recommendations, I've had lots of requests to please share the health plan, because I think you've enjoyed the one from last year, but I didn't quite put my thought process into it. Whereas this year I'll be sharing my thoughts, you know, behind, if I make any mistakes, you know, what I'll actually be tracking. Of course, I mean, in terms of medication, the names of things like that, like, you know, everybody knows that I've got a couple of autoimmune conditions, I'm unwell, I take insulin, there's lots of stuff going on. So this is going to be like a really in-depth planner, only because I really want to start moving forward to be in a place to be able to have fertility treatment. But that's only going to happen if once I get everything in one place and be able to track, be able to know what's going on with my body, be able to, you know, continue to lose weight, all of that things. And of course, you know, I'm not going to be able to track walking like a you know, normal person would, because of course I'm in a wheelchair. Like, there's so many things that I want to be able to track that may not be specific to everybody else, but at the same time, you know, it might help you decide to, maybe if you need some inspiration. So that's my reason behind sharing this setup and planner. So yeah, I'll be back. I might do some talking, I might not do some talking, and I'll pop over some music and then we'll just kind of get stuck in. So this is what I've come up with so far. So we'll start at the beginning. I decided to use this page just as this planner belongs to, because there isn't any page. I just used the washi from Josephinebowdesigns. This is from Little Friendly Designs, and then Josephinebow, and this is from Plannerface. And then I used this washi here from Josephinebowdesigns. I'm not quite sure if I'm actually going to find some headers or something just to make this pretty, because I really enjoy how it looked in the Hobonichi, but the ones I'm using from Josephinebow are smaller. And then this double page spread, I decided to, I'll start off here. So again, obviously this is washi and washi from Josephinebowdesigns, Josephinebowdesigns, Josephinebowdesigns. Same with this one and this one. And then if I remember what's in between, I'll let you know. So I had this vellum left over from last year, which I thought I wanted to add down just as a little bit of, like a little bit of colour, pop of colour, and I really enjoy the fact that I did that. So I'll be putting the goals and dreams section here, and then I've put this little section here with the cake on, just to mark down birthdays. I mean, it'll be my birthday in a couple of days time, and then if I've got anything else special that I want to mark. So this is from Planner Chic Plans. She's no longer has a shop, so it's unavailable. And this was, I think, a Patreon sticker kit from Emily Harvey Art. And on this page here, this is from Thumbelina Prince. It said 1 line a day, but I decided I wanted to add this sticker. It's from Emily Harvey. It says just breathe, and I just wanted to maybe write something small every so often. I mean, there's 31 of them, just every so often, to be able to mark down, how can I explain, like something either to do with gratitude, or maybe something that I've accomplished, or something that's just going to remind me to stay centered. So this is a sticker from Josephinebowdesigns as well. I had it in a freebie, and it says always don't open new doors, and I love that, because every time I see this page, it's going to really remind me of this kind of quote saying. And then I had these sort of from Little Friendly Designs, and I had this here, so I thought I'd put that underneath just to add in with the kind of checkered theme. This was a D-stash, and this sticker here, to the best of my knowledge, is from Plannerface or Plannerbow stickers. It's one or the other, I can't quite remember. So I decorated them 2 pages. I really love how it turned out. Like I said, I'm trying to embrace colour, and it feels very foreign because I really want to rotate towards going to the neutral side of things, but at the same time I purchased things on purpose, so I couldn't actually do that to myself, so now I have to use them. I haven't just done this page yet, we'll do that in a minute. And then this page here, which is, I absolutely love it. I picked up these, it's almost like, they feel like a bit plasticky, but it's not. I can't think of the word, jellified. And I wanted to just cover over the tops of them, just to give it a pop of colour. And then I've done the same on the headers, and then I've just added a bit of washi tape. I don't think I'm going to do any more than that, just because I'll be tracking certain things across here, and I want it to be kind of colour coordinated. Here I'm not sure what I'll track, but I'll get back to you about that. And then this is it says a 6-month tracker, so anything I want to track for 6 months. And then this again is a 6-month tracker. So I ran out of the little thingy, so I'll order some more. But I love the fact that they're undated, so you can just add the weekdays. And I've ordered some, like a script of weekdays and numbers from Oops-a-Daisy, so when that arrives, all I've got to do is just put the strip down. I think I might have some somewhere, but I'm not quite sure. But yeah, and this page here again, I'm not sure what I want to track, so I think I may just go ahead and like add some washi top and bottom. And then of course, like, that brings us into these quarterly sections. this will probably be a setup when I do my January. I'm not a person that is used to quarterly things, so I think when I do like my January monthly, I'll put it there when I do my February, and then so on and so forth. And this is if I need to track anything for the quarter section, so maybe I can come back and do that in the new year. So again, if I do color and design anything in, it'll just be washi. And now I was thinking about what I would like to put here. So as I was mentioning previously, I picked this on purpose because I wanted to use both of this combined just to add like a bit of color. So I think that's the way I would still like to go, but I'm not sure if I've got the planner here, so I'll show you. So I wanted to do something similar to this with the pocket, but because I've got pockets here, I'm not sure if I want to add another pocket now, so I'll decide that at a later date. But I think I want to stick this vellum down, and keep the acetate just being able to like lift over. So I'll add that to the front and the back, and then other than that, I think the only thing possible is, yeah, these are the quarterly sections, so let's just finish off adding some washi tape. So I'm not going to do that on camera, I'll do that off camera because of all the weird angles, and then I'll pop back on to show you kind of what the setup is currently. Well, it's been a little while since I last updated. I think I left you with the part where I said I was going to do the inserts and cut them, and I ended up doing a little bit more, had a dinner break, and now I am back. So I decided to change some bits. Thought I would add a little bit of colour straight off the bat, so I cut down some of that cardstock which I showed you at the beginning and placed that here at the front. And then first I drink coffee, then I work. I haven't actually stuck the sticker down just in case I want to put it somewhere else permanently in the future, so I've just placed the card in there, and maybe I can collect some flowers or something else like that. And then this is the foiled acetate with the bows, and I just think it's stunning. Look at the light. And then I decided that I wanted to decorate this page. I've added a little pocket here. I'm not sure if you can see that. I'll just show you. So the pocket or whatever sits like that. I mean, if I needed to add larger stickers, I could just slit down the side, but I don't need to because of the back of this cover. And then this here is from, pretty much majority of these items are from Stick with Kate. So it's like a transparent lady reading a book and holding a cup of tea. And then we've got some flowers here. I added this bow, and then it says my possibilities are limitless, and this came with the same matching sticker kit, and I just added some black and white mandala just to share through. So I thought I would add the little bow here, and that is the cover page, and I like the fact that it's just peeking through. And then the next page, I added, I think, a little bit extra. So this is my name page. I added this foiled washi as well, which I think just kind of adds to the little bit of the theme that's going to be in the rest of the planner. And then this is the page that I decided to change up a little bit. I added, obviously the washi was already there, and then I added this silver washi tape with the little bow to cover the 2025 because it was half covered anyway because of the washi. And then these are the leftovers from the other page that I had. So it's like them plastic, sorry, I keep calling it plastic, it's not. The leftovers from, what are they called exactly? Vertical dividers in the pastel shade. and because I had pretty much, you know, the identical sizes of each of them left over, I decided that I would go ahead and use them here rather than purchasing more headers or something like that. So that's kind of completed now. I really like how that turned out. I would love to be able to pick some more of these up and maybe have them like alternate colors, so if they were all like pink or all purple. And then this page here, I pretty much have left that the same. I've just added the bow here, and then I added the foiled love hearts at the top just for a little bit of sparkle, but that's all pretty much the same as you saw when I did the setup. Now this page, I wasn't quite sure what to do, but then these are some of the goodies that we had in the advent calendar, and I just thought it would end up being really pretty and really nice to just keep like this. And then these are the rainbow headers, I think they are. No, heart months they're called. And I just thought it looked really nice tying in together, so I decided to do that. And then this is the page also that I decided to complete. So these were the leftovers which I used there. I think it came really well together. I didn't have a particular idea in mind when I started, but then towards the end I think it all ties in really well. And again, I've used some of that mini bow washi at the top and the love hearts here. And on this page I just decided to add a very minimal layout with the, you know, the flowers and the hearts, and then here with the same washi, because I haven't quite decided if I want to add anything else here for now. And if I do, then I can always add later rather than take away. And especially with these, you know, monthly trackers, I'm not sure if I'm going to color coordinate them, because these are perfect to be able to color in the little squares, if that makes sense. So again, I'm not quite sure what I would like to track, but there's a namespace here in each of them, so I've got 4 things that I could track for the next 6 months. And then I just kept this really simple and just added some of the washi over the top. And again, I'm not quite sure if I want to add anything else, and I suppose we could always add, you know, I've got the washi and I've got the paper. And then we fast forward past these months, and then again I've just done the same for this page too. And then the only other thing else that I have decorated is the back again. I'm not quite sure why this glue isn't wanting to work, but I'll stick that back in. And then I just added the little bit of leftover vellum that I had, because it's an awkward size. It's not particularly tall enough or wide enough for anything else. I just thought a little bit of pop of colour, and then I've added that card in the back here just to kind of stick with the pink theme. I will go back in and add some more glue on here. I might have to take out my different precise glue, because the one I'm seeming to use is these ones from Hobbycraft. You get like a pack of 3, so one comes with a thicker liner and then there's a 2 thin ones. So I'm not quite sure why it's not sticking, but of course I can go ahead and rectify that. So that is my health planner all done and dusted now. I really enjoyed setting up this planner. In terms of like deciding what I'm going to do for health and what I'm going to write, that will of course be in my January setup. If I come back and decide, I don't think I should, let me just go to the page that I'm talking about so we can. So with the goals and dreams, obviously I'm going to do that off camera, but I can share them in terms of when I come back in January. And then here as well, I'm not sure what I'm going to use this for as yet, but I suppose once I do my setup for January, or I might just change them up and do something different every month. It could just be 3 pictures for January. It could be something that I'm grateful for, something I'm looking forward to, an occasion that's happened, for example. It could be like small pictures, like I said. I'm not quite sure what it's going to be, but I do need a 2025 script to go across from here, and I've got one on its way from a D-stash, so I'm waiting for that to come, so I'll just pop that at the top. And then for these trackers as well, I've not decided what I want to track, so I will come back, I think, and either do I thought I would end up doing 2 videos, but I think it's just going to be one setup video, and then we'll go straight into January. And then what I will do is I will talk about my January, so let's say we'll talk about my goals and dreams, and then we'll talk about my January setup here, either the beginning or the end of the month, depending on what I decide to use it for. And then we'll talk about my January things that I'd like to track, and then we'll talk about my monthly things that I like to track, and then what I put in this page. I think I will put it in either a goals video or I'll put it in the January video. I'm not sure, depending on when I manage to get that out, because it's going to take me a while to decide exactly what I want to do in terms of, you know, the monthly section. I think here's what I'll do. I've decided now. I will do a monthly section first before I do every other setup. So we will just lay down the stickers. In that video, I'll do the other pages, and then that way we'll have a separate video to what we'll be doing in terms of setting up and planning. So this will be in the setup video, and then that will be the other 2-3 things with the goals, and that will be in the January plan with me video. And then we'll also do the quarter and then the January ones. Obviously when I come back, you might see this video before you see the January monthly setup, only because as the weeks go by, I might be more inclined to just share a few days. So we'll see what happens and see where we are. I will come back with a video for you to do the goals and the monthly sections, probably in about a week or so's time, and then we'll go ahead and set up our kind of weekly, monthly sections towards the end of the planner, but that'll be in a separate video for sure, otherwise it's just going to get too long. But yeah, I've had lots of fun decorating in this planner, especially because I'm using colour. I actually wanted to stop a little way through and decide maybe it's not for me, but the fact that I had a lot of these items from the advent calendar from Josephinebowdesigns, and then the order that I placed with Josephinebow, it kind of forced me to stick with the theme. But I'm glad I did now. I'm glad I've incorporated a few of the elements that I've already had and some of the new that I've purchased. But yeah, I really love how it all turned out. If you have any questions about anything specific, or you have any suggestions, please do let me know in the comments below. If I missed anything out or not shared where something is from, again, let me know in the comments below. If you have any suggestions in terms of how you're tracking your health in 2025, leave me a comment, let me know. And if you're not signed into YouTube, then of course you can just message me on any of my other social media accounts. You can go ahead and subscribe to my channel by hitting the bell icon, and you'll receive notifications of upcoming videos. In the month of December, I've pretty much been posting every single day, but starting from January, you'll get about 3 to 4 videos per week, depending on what I'll be sharing. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.